is also wired up, Jerome. Thank you so much for coming.
Klaus, hi.
Thanks for supporting us. Thank you.
Hello. Good morning. Does smart Wi-Fi unlock the connected future? When I learned that the Wi-Fi event was taking place in Brighton, I couldn't think but of the cult movie Quadrophenia. How many of you have seen this movie called, yeah, were you a mod or were you a rocker? We are the mods, we are the mods, we are the mods. Okay, these are not apologies, okay? I am a field guy. I've spent a lot of time interacting with telcos and ISPs, and this presentation is mainly based on experience, okay? We all know today, internet, for all the people at home, at work, it's Wi-Fi. And all the data which transit all over the world, most of the time, they transit via Wi-Fi. So for ISPs, there is no question. They have to invest in a Wi-Fi management system. But when they choose a smart Wi-Fi technology, they have to look at their requirements. 8 years ago, when I started to promote these kinds of products, for ISPs, what was happening in the home was a total black hole. So visibility was very important for them, but now, obviously, they need more. They need diagnostics, they need to understand the problems, they need also optimization so that the system can take proactive actions in the background. But more and more, they think of empowering their end users, also identify the kind of applications they are using so that they can also maybe help them in the type of data that they consume, maybe also upsell new products and new services. So what is important for the ISPs is where and how, and they collect all this data, and all the data they collect also, are they rich, are they pertinent enough for them to satisfy their requirements. Always keeping in mind that when an end user is calling the customer care, they have, and they say that internet is not working, it's mostly Wi-Fi, which is problematic, okay? And obviously, all the end users, they don't know that maybe the problem is coming from the upstream, congestion. The ISPs, they shall paddle on the in-home broadband experience ocean. On this ocean, there are big waves, big financial waves. A lot of these waves are costs for them. And obviously, they have to break these waves. But a lot of these waves represent opportunities, and they have obviously to catch them. So, how is architectured a smart Wi-Fi system? From right to the left. Usually there is a piece of software. We at DCS, we call it an agent. Some others call it a probe, whatever. So this piece of software has to be in the home gateway, in the extenders, and collect data to bring this data into the backend where there is the intelligence in the cloud with unlimited processing capabilities, unlimited storing resources. Then this data, they have to be displayed and retrieved on some front end, can be GUIs, different types of GUIs, can be also APIs, which can be then integrated into expert systems, okay? And then inside of things, you have this end user application or also the technician app, can be tools for these people also to use this data. And it's also important to make some measurements. In the UK, as you know, the Ofcom has a legislation called VCCOP, where you have to provide a minimum speed to your end users. So it's important for the ISPs to measure the speed. And then either you connect then the gateway to the speed test server nodes, or you can also do that in the home or in the Wi-Fi, whatever. In any case, an ISP shall expect these types of KPIs from a smart Wi-Fi system. First of all, save costs, reduce calls, reduce dispatches, reduce the call average ending time, reduce all the escalations from the low-level tier 1 guys to the experts, also reduce, obviously, all the CP which are displaced and which were not faulty at the end. But also, they shall think of making some money. For instance, selling some hardware, additional extenders, with the new technologies, making outbound marketing campaigns by understanding the types of devices which are deployed in the homes. Also sell higher packages when they are heavy users, congesting, and their home Wi-Fi. Retention, customer retention. When you explain to a customer why he has an issue, I mean, you have to assume that your customers are intelligent and they can understand what their problems are when you explain them, at least when you understand them yourself, what the problems they have. And improve the quality of experience and will reduce the churn, will increase the net promoter score, and also help you to monetize new services. So these are numbers, hopefully objective, which we have collected DZS from all the worldwide deployments we have of our products. So around 35% less incoming calls, around 16% less dispatches, augmenting the RPU by 2 to 4, okay? So these are the types of numbers that you can find and which result out of these KPIs. But there are also some side questions to these ISPs. If I choose a proprietary smart Wi-Fi system, will unlock me or not, okay? The commercial systems, as you know, is now based on SaaS or multi-year and licensing programs. And at the end, will it drive the ISP towards unsustainable costs and very expensive operations? These are good questions. Where are my data stored? Okay, if they are not stored in my own cloud. There are some legislation in Europe for that, but, and then, shall I select a proprietary mesh, or go for easy mesh, or go for hybrid technology? Mesh, shall it be local in my CP, kind of local brain mesh, or in the cloud? In that case, it's completely hardware agnostic and with much broader possibilities. Okay, in any case, for smart Wi-Fi systems, it's key that they are truly vendor neutral, but in the real world, they are not, because it's difficult always to rely on open standards for all the elements constituting the smart Wi-Fi system. And obviously, ISPs are forced to compromises. Mastering the smart Wi-Fi shall create value for the ISPs. Smart Wi-Fi systems collect plenty of data, and with all the analytics engines, they provide marketing intelligence and insight to understand who the customer are, okay, what are their profiles, and how they can gratify them to maximize their quality of experience and obviously increase the net promoter score. Rich data sets which are collected will help not only to understand and identify the issues in real time, but also they can help to predict and prevent the problems before they occur. But there is a key question there. Will only the data which are compiled from the home devices suffice? Because also, if you look at the CPE, all these IoT, whatever appliances, they use different chipsets, the CPE operating system, the middlewares, they are evolving on their own tracks, okay? And so the smart Wi-Fi systems, they might not be capable to obtain suitable data for certain generation of these devices because of incompatibilities, because of lack of resources, intrinsic lack of resources, etc. So then the question which goes next is how can the ISP master the whole end-to-edge data chain, okay? Wi-Fi at the end is just a sublink of the complete broadband experience journey. Wi-Fi management alone is no longer sufficient to satisfy the needs of all the complex decision-making systems for service and network operations. Both customer care and also proactive marketing campaigns toward the ISP consumer base, they lose in reactivity and efficiency if they only rely on the data which are collected in the home. So what is now critical for the ISPs is a true end-to-end data collection which enable the peer-to-peer visibility and management from the network edge into the home. That's really how they can empower the connected future. And all the network patterns, they will impact the quality of experience. So they will obviously also impact the NPS in a way, or churn, although the Wi-Fi today is considered as being the internet. So it's critical again to combine simultaneous data connection from both the network and the home equipment to correlate this data, obviously using artificial intelligence and machine learning techniques, okay, combining historical and real-time data to identify the patterns, impacting the layer one, the hardware, the service layer as well. It's a dimensional approach there. And retrieve all the aggregated and selected data at various levels of the organization, because in an ISP organization, each entity, they require specific information to drive their own decisions and actions. In that case, it's possible to deliver the value across all the ISP organization: customer care, operations, marketing people, and also the subscriber. Don't forget about your subscribers. So, DZS. Who is DZS? DZS is the former merge of an American company called Zone Technologies, Korean company called Dazan, and German company called Keymile. A bit of a shock of culture. So today it's a company headquartered in Plano, Texas, with about more than 400 customers worldwide in more than 70 countries, having more than 70 million customers. In the UK, TalkTalk, Sky, also as former Asia, we licensed some technology to BT. So you can see some good names, and DZS provides portfolios of networking hardware equipment for the optical edge, for the access edge, for the subscriber edge, and also some software solutions, the former CloudCheck and Express from Asia, and also a product called Extreme for network orchestration. DZS wants to or positions themselves as a disruptor. We're looking at all the secular trends, enabling different types of technology or technologies, always in a multi-vendor environment, and catching opportunities based on different regulatory but also political situations, based on the different countries and regions of this world they are based. Thank you very much. We are the mods, we are the mods, we are the mods.
Wi-Fi now, just connect.